Hey, what's going on there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of legal vaping age? Monster Man Vape's coming back to you, and I got a device here that has a lot of hype with it, and I'm going to show you how it works and give you my final thoughts, and that is the Unity RTA. Yeah. Don't, uh, Let me just give you guys a fair warning. Don't be shocked when I go to my final thoughts, and as I explained in the down low. So let's head down to the table, shall we? So here's how the Unity RTA will come packaged. Also on this side, you have what is included in the packaging. This side, Wotofo and their website, profile, Unity spelled right there. Scratch off authenticity code, all that. Wotofo, TVC, Mrjustright1, and OFRF. And this is all that is included in the packaging. You have a bag that has the tool to bend the mesh, screwdriver, the 5mm glass cotton threads. Reason why there's only one, it comes with two, but I tried one out when I was testing the tank. Same thing why there's only one strip of mesh in the bag with the OFRF mesh, because the other one is in the tank. Obviously, you have a goodie bag that has extra O-rings, an extra spring, two extra springs actually, two extra screws, and then the expansion kit to use the 5mm tank, and obviously your user manual. Now, here is a look at the Unity RTA. Obviously, 810 drip tip at the top that is removable, just like so. Obviously, you got your big, beefy O-ring there. Now, to open it up and fill it, you just, about a half turn, quarter turn, comes right off, and then just push it down, another quarter, half turn, and she's back on. Now, obviously, the glass that is pre-installed on the tank is the 2mm glass airflow ring. Now, here's the thing that actually, one of the first points that pissed me off about this thing, is that when I first got this airflow ring was just mega tight. Like, it would not even move like that. It just, as like right before I started recording this section of the video, it still wanted to move, and like the second before I hit the record button, she wanted to move. So, but throw that out the window now. So, as of right now, it has a pretty good amount of restriction. Still a little tight, but she won't go anywhere. Now, let's take it off the mod. And here's the thing that really pissed me off. So, another thing, when I first got this and I went to take the base off, it was hella tight. I mean, everything finally came loose and started to come on easier. But, I mean, it was just ridiculous at how tight everything was. And obviously, you gotta unscrew the shit out of this thing just to get the base out. Oh, man, pain in the ass. Screw, twist. Threading for days, folks. Threading for days. And come on. Still not off yet. Boom, there we go. Now, here's a look at the deck. Obviously, very reminiscent of the profile RDA. You obviously got your clamps, your mesh. The only difference is you have these little feed holes for your wicks for juice to flow into. Now, here is what I think is the last point of this thing that kind of irritated me was, again, when I used these cotton threads, it was just mega tight. I mean, I know this is supposed to be tight when you do mesh, but in my opinion, it was just way too tight. I mean, way too tight. And I just couldn't get it all the way through. I mean, the plastic grommet you see right here, whatever you want to call it, that would go through no problem. But I get about, once it kind of starts really filling up that cavity between the mesh and the rest of the deck, I mean, it was just so damn tight. I could not get it to move to save my life. So what I found out was a half strip of cotton bacon. It's a little bit looser than this. a little bit, but in my opinion, it's the perfect amount of resistance. Um, we all, if you vape the Profile RDA, you know how to trim it, you know how to cut it and everything. So I'm not going to do that. It is easy to do. I will say though, when you go to cut, you want to cut where you're. I'll show you on this cotton thread here. So when you go to cut it, you want to cut it to where your tails are literally sort of like that, where they're kind of at an angle. And basically how that is, then you just take the very end of it, tuck it in, you keep trimming it. But again, I can't, those cotton threads were just too thick. Half a strip of cotton bacon, in my opinion, works better. Now, once you got this thing obviously all assembled and wicked and juiced, ready to go, as you can see right here and right here, that's your notches that line up with these notches here, and that's how the deck gets in. Obviously, right here you have two little holes for juice, as well as a big slot to really help keep the juice saturated. So let's get this going. Let's get this back together. And even I feel at times that was still not enough trimming. But I built it the way I felt was right. And as you can see, another point here that really kind of irritated me was when you try to get this thing off. When you get it off and get it back on, it takes a boatload. Like, I'm a big guy, and even that was kind of challenging, but I mean, seriously, and there, airflow rings starting to stick again. But yeah, I mean, this thing definitely was putting up a fight. And even if you didn't get a good idea of how to cut the leads, or not the leads, the cotton, it's all here in the manual. Whoops. Pretend you didn't see that. Alright, so right here, that's how you cut them, just like that. And that's exactly what I did. Now, you do have to pack the cotton in a little bit. Don't pack it in too tight, though. And also, you do have to trim. And there is a lot of trimming. I'm not kidding. There is a lot of trimming. But that is exactly how I did it. And it still was kind of a pain. But I got it in there. I got it all trimmed up, all ready to go. So, yeah, guys. That is the Profile Unity RTA. Let's go back up top. And I'll give you my opinion. So, this tank really did put up a fight with me during the testing phase of me vaping on it. I mean, I'm not getting any dry hits. It is wicking right. Airflow is smooth. I will give it that. Pretty good draw. Wide open. Close it. You do get 4 little punch holes. No, 5 punch holes. So let's kind of see. Let's go down to 4. Smooth. 3. Smooth but tight. 2. Really tight. Still smooth though. And 1. That's more if you want to run it mouth to lung. Excuse me. But here's one bad thing though, guys. Believe it or not, I'm getting no flavor out of it. None. Yeah. I am getting no flavor out of it whatsoever. And I mean, that was a nice saturated hit. And yeah, nothing. Zilch. Nada. And just to show you guys, That is what I'm running it at. 75 watts on a Maxo. And I'm getting nothing. Nothing. And I ain't joking though about the airflow barrel, or the airflow barrel. I'm not kidding you. This thing was just so ungodly tight when I first got it. It did not want to move for shit. The base was the same way. I mean, cotton threads, in my opinion, that it comes with were a little too thick. And also, my opinion about mesh. Those little dinky strips that is passing off as mesh. To me, that's not mesh. That's just a little strip with a bunch of little microscopic holes punched into it. When I think of mesh, I think of something. I think of the mesh RTA by Vandy Vape. That was mesh, and I didn't mind it. I think I get better flavor off the Vandy Vape mesh RTA than I do this tank. None. Now, a friend of mine told me that let the mesh break in a bit. I did that. I still got nothing out of it. I'm getting none right now. I'm putting 75 watts through this damn thing, and I'm nothing. It's a cold vape. Feels like nothing. I'm getting no flavor out of it. I might as well just be vaping pure VG. Yeah, I'm getting nothing, guys. Nothing. 5-star rating. What am I going to put it at? I'm going to put it at a 1. A 1. I don't like it. I don't think it's that good. I don't believe it's worth the hype. Sorry, guys. This ain't worth the hype. And I gave it my best. This thing was fighting me so bad. I almost didn't want to do this review, but who am I as a reviewer if I don't do a review on a product? So, yeah, no. Double thumbs down for me. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, until next time, Monster Man Vapes, signing off.